If this is your first time seeing my face, welcome. If you've been here before, you've seen my face before, and you're back, welcome back. So happy to have you today, whichever one you are. Thank you so much. I want to share where I am on my sabbatical, and you must have seen in the title that I'm in Guatemala. I want to share my first impressions. I love the feeling of arriving in a place, checking into wherever I'm staying in, and then that first day of like getting comfortable, finding your first cafe to eat at, exploring the area, just like getting into a new place and like figuring out, how do I feel here, or how does this place feel? I like those first feelings, and so I wanted to share that with you today. And so that's why we're here, and I'll start right away. I want to start with this place I'm staying. This place, I don't think I can call it a villa. I think calling it a villa, no, that would be too much. It's really small and cozy. It's definitely a casita, maybe. But it's like it's tailor-made for me, which is crazy, and I will explain. I'm actually happy you can see a bit of a reflection of the garden that I'm sitting in. So it is when I say villa, casa, casita, this is just for me. I have a little gate and a fence. I have a little garden area that I'm sitting and facing, a little entryway area. You can kind of see the roof of my entryway area and of my garden, and you can see the fences. I plan to do a tour of this place at some point. Maybe not in the first few days or week of me being here. Maybe towards the end of my stay here, I'll do a tour of this place just for my safety. You might actually still get to see sneak pics of it, because I might show the garden in other videos. I might get creative, we'll see. But I'm just out in my little cafe area, outdoor, definitely in my garden. What even is this? It's like a garden, it's a terrace, it's a dining table, it's just an outdoor space. And I'm obsessed with it because, first of all, I did my yoga out here this morning. I had my yoga mat here facing this garden. In addition to the garden, there is right across my fence, there are these beautiful trees with flowers in them. So there are some with pink flowers and some with red or darker pink, or we can call them red. And hummingbirds. My brain was saying colibres because they are colibre in French and colibre in Spanish, and I first of all learned the name by seeing them in Spanish. So when I see them, they're colibres. Anyway, they're hummingbirds that keep on coming to these trees because they like the flowers. There's definitely got to be some nectar in the flowers that these hummingbirds are obsessed with. And so I did my yoga out here, and I was just watching hummingbirds. Cute little, you know, hummingbirds, they flap their feathers so fast, they're cute, they're little. And all day I just watch hummingbirds, like sitting out here in front of my casita villa thing. I'm gonna not call it a villa because it's not, it's just perfect. Okay, and every time I think, hey, oh, I wish this place had this, let me explain once again. I came out here to do my yoga, and when I do a tour, you'll see what I'm talking about. This outdoor space is just the best for being on my computer, for even like doing my skincare in the morning. Like this outdoor space, I can already tell it's gonna do some heavy lifting for me, which I love, because being outdoors, having a garden, nature, birds, I don't know what more, the breeze, there's plants all around, like the roof, the terrace. I have a door open here so that I can see the hanging plant wall on the fence. Plants are hanging like it's a garden, it's nature, it's rich, it's very me. I love plants. I don't have pets. Don't know if I'll ever have pets. If my partner has a pet, sure. But on my own, I don't think I'll ever get a cat or a dog. But I'm a plant lady. Not always, big lie. I found myself growing into plants like, oh, there's a hummingbird right there. I feel like grabbing my camera and showing you, but they move so fast too. So there's gonna be a lot of bird sounds in my videos. I hope you enjoy bird sounds, sorry. But that is just what I'm in. That's the air I'm breathing. So what was I saying? I was saying something. Oh, I was saying how I love plants. Oh, I was saying how every time I think I need something or something is not here, I'm able to like find it. Okay, so this morning I came out here for yoga. It was my first time really being out here because I arrived. I will tell you all about my arrival and how I got here. Yes, I will tell you guys that because, okay, I arrived at night is what I was trying to say. I arrived late at night really, so I honestly didn't go out. I just prepared to take a shower, took the shower, went to bed. That was it. So this morning, came out to do my yoga, and I was saying, ooh, I think I'm gonna be out here a lot. It will be nice to have a plug out here so I can plug my laptop, plug my devices, and just be out here. And I looked around. I don't know what kind of looking I did, but I looked around and I didn't find any plug. But then I was like, oh, if I just open this door or even open the other door, like I can use the plugs just fine. The kitchen, there's a plug in both. So I did that, and then I went out, found a beautiful cafe. The vibe in that cafe. Okay, first, oh my god, my mind wants to tell you so many things, so many first impressions. Okay, we'll get back to the cafe and to everything. Let me finish one thing. Oh my god. Okay, so when I came back from my time out, oh, there's a bird looking right at me. It's so small to think it's a hummingbird. It might, I don't know what you can see. Anyway, it's flown away. Oh yeah, so when I came back, I went out for a bit, and then when I came back, I kind of was, I think maybe I moved because there's a couple chairs out here, and then I found out there's actually a plug right here. And so that's one thing that I was like, oh, it'll be nice to have a plug out here. There is a plug out here. I just didn't see it earlier for what, maybe the second chair was blocking it, but there's a plug out here. When I went to my bathroom, obviously, like there's a toilet paper hanging in the toilet paper holder, and then there's 2 toilet papers there. I noticed, I booked this as an Airbnb, and I noticed on the posting, it didn't say that it has essentials. Essentials are typically toilet paper, towels. I think it says it has towels, but no, actually it didn't really. It didn't say anything about essentials. And typically, like I was saying, typically towels and toilet paper, maybe like soap and cleaning supplies. It legit didn't say it had that. So, and I noticed that, and I was like, you know what? I'll pop into a shop and buy myself toilet paper. I have my towel that I travel with. I could find a laundromat to wash that as needed. Cleaning supplies, depending, like I was like, I can figure it out. And then I got here, they had that toilet paper, but I was like, oh my god, they had toilet paper, they had 2 fresh, clean towels for me. And I was like, oh, nice. But it was 2 rolls of toilet paper, and I'm staying here for a longer period of time. So I was thinking, I'll have to buy toilet paper, which is fine. And then I go into the kitchen, and I'm kind of like looking at all the things in the kitchen, opening all the cupboards, just like discovering. This kitchen has everything. It has a blender, it has a coffee maker. I don't even drink coffee. It has a kettle, it has obviously a fridge, but it has water for me, not for multiple weeks. Like, this is not, I was thinking I would have to buy drinking water. It has 2 of those big bottles. It also has a stand and a thing that like dispenses. Perfect. It has a water dispenser as well and a stand. It has 2 bottles, so the one that's on and another one that's unopened. Like, it has enough water for me not to think about water. I love, oh yes, so I was looking through the kitchen. Oh my god, it has like everything I need. I was looking through the kitchen and then I opened the place under the sink, and then they had toilet paper. Not a pack of 4, they had 2 packs of 4, so they have 8 extra toilet paper in addition to the 2 that they have in the toilet, in the washroom or toilet. So like every time I like look around at this place and I'm like, ooh, I wish the place delivers. And so I'm so happy here. They even have because for some reason I had to keep the fan on in the room, because when I turned it off I felt like I couldn't breathe, and then I opened up the window, but the net of the window is not sealed, and so I felt like insects could get into the window, plus there was no air coming in. Like, I opened the window and I still couldn't breathe. I needed the fan on, and the fan seems to only have one setting, like it's on or off, and it's not, I would like to have it on but at a lower speed. I can't seem to figure out. Maybe I should actually ask. You know what, I'll ask. On the fan is like on, I turned it on at night, and then I was cold. I was like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I have warmer clothes, so I was saying, you know what, maybe I should just change to something warmer, put my socks on. And then I noticed that they left me an extra blanket in addition to the like thinner blanket on the bed, because it is hot here. It is, we're talking garden weather. It's tropical, it's nice, and look how I'm dressed. It's good weather. So I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll wear my warm clothes. What do? They had left me an extra like thicker blanket that I just used. I don't know why and how, but everywhere I've gone on my sabbatical, I felt this deep feeling that that's exactly where I needed to be. And I definitely feel it here once again, and I'm so happy about that. For some reason, this felt like a random choice. It's not. Nothing is random. Nothing is random, especially in my life, and I hope in your life too. Nothing is random, and I'm writing the story of my life. I'm living the story of my life, one day at a time, one place at a time, one decision at a time, one moment at a time. And I had no idea where to go from Sydney, so I flew here from Sydney, Australia. I had been in Australia for 3 weeks, if you don't know that. And so I had no idea where to go from there, and I sincerely meant it when I made that video. I was open to a lot of places, but I really wanted a place that would calm down my nervous system. I didn't want to be overstimulated. I didn't really feel like I was in the place to explore as much as I've been. I want to do more slowing down, more me time, more reflection, more researching, time on my computer, time in my journal. Still want to explore, but I want to do that like 30% of the time, if I'm being honest. And so I was looking for somewhere that would just nurture me, just be quiet, that I could hear my thoughts, I could hear God, I could hear I don't know, I could just, I don't know why this introspective word keeps coming to me, but I guess I could just like be more introspective. I could just like start to figure out what's next after the sabbatical, to be honest. And I was thinking, so yeah, why Guatemala would be, I was looking for a place quiet. I really like the Latin American countries. My limited experience has been amazing. I would say for Latin, I don't know if I can call, well, I love Mexico. I started my sabbatical after leaving Canada. The first country I went to was Mexico, and it was not my first time in Mexico, and I just felt taken care of there. And so I love Mexico. I loved Peru. My gosh, I loved Peru. The food, the people, the way I felt there. I loved Peru. I loved what I got to see of Peru. I felt like almost all around the country, just like, and I felt safe the whole time. The people were kind to me. I rode in their local buses. Same as Mexico. I went on the local buses, the trains. I was fine. I'm still here. I would say if something negative happened, nothing. This is not a Latin American country, but Dominican Republic, I can't really even call it. I don't know, every time I'm around Spanish speaking people, Spain too. I'm obsessed with Barcelona and San Sebastian and the Canary Islands. So there is something about being around Spanish people. They seem to really take care of me and really like relax my nervous system. If I come back to my experiences, well, that was one of my reasons, oh my god, for coming back here. I was thinking I wanted to be in Central America, Latin America. Hopefully I see everything that's in my head, because there's a lot that I just want to say, as you can tell. So I wanted to be in Central America. I have actually never been in Central America. Mexico is part of North America. Peru is part of South America. This middle area has just been on my heart to visit. And so, someone's passing by, I think. Someone's probably checking in. Yeah, this area has just been on my mind to visit. And so I was thinking, do I do Nicaragua, Panama, Costa Rica, Guatemala, where else? I know there's a lot of them. I know there's Belize, there's Antigua. I was just not sure where exactly. Is Antigua a country, or did I make that up? I'll find out later. So I was like, let's check out Guatemala. Curiosity has been the driver for a lot of my life. And so Guatemala kind of just came to my mind, and I heard about this lake here in Guatemala, Lake Atitlan. I don't know if I'm saying that well. And it looks beautiful. And like I'll just research in, and I was like, you know what if I just found a nuke here in Guatemala by the lake, and I just found my rhythm and found my found cafes, just found the things that I love around, and somehow Guatemala would not leave my mind, just in little ways. And so I'm here. I also wanted somewhere, there's another hummingbird, my gosh, it's so loud. There's also another reason is I wanted to kind of get back on the time zone that's this side of the world. I have been in Southeast Asia Southeast Asia plus Australia. Australia was another 3 to 4 hours ahead of Southeast Asia, and I've been in that area for over 4 months, going on 4.5 months, and I just wanted to come back to this time zone. So time zone was a factor. Visiting Central America was a factor. Being in a Latin American country, for some reason I am also trying to pick up as much Spanish as I can through this kind of immersion. As you may or may not know, on this sabbatical I lived in France for 2 months. lived in France for 2 months to improve my French because I had been learning French already. I have not exactly been learning Spanish. The Spanish I know is from common sense, from French, because it's a Latin, how do they say it? Latin language. French and Spanish both are. So common sense plus my knowledge of French plus just listening to people, immersing myself and picking up things, that's how I get by with Spanish. And somehow I actually communicate with people. It's crazy. Yesterday, for example, trying to get here with my it wasn't an Uber. I got this place, I got my accommodation to find me some kind of private, I don't know if this is going to be a different video, some kind of private driver or private transportation from the airport, because the airport is about 4.5 hours away from here. The airport is in Guatemala City. This is not the city, this is about 4.5. I think it really took us like 5 hours, if not 5.5 hours to get here. So I had to arrange transportation. I didn't know that because of the time of the day that I arrived around 4:30 p.m., just before 4:30 p.m. The last shuttle leaves at 4 from the airport. So I was later, I missed all the shuttles. I didn't know to look for a flight that was earlier in the day. I thought 4:30 p.m. will be fine, and then I'll get to my hotel around 9 and everything will be fine. When I started to like reach out to companies to organize a shuttle or something, they all said you have to do a private transfer, and the price triples, literally triples. What could I do? So that was a hard lesson. Learn from me if you're coming to Guatemala. Oh, my battery's about to die. Okay. I will tell you more about my impressions of here. I wanted to tell you about my cafe experience and how everyone here smiles at you and says, "Hola." I love it here. But I will be back tomorrow with a new video, I believe, because I want to get back to posting every day. And if you like this video, I will share more of my impressions of being here, as well as some thoughts from Australia, my time there. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon.